Give it up for Moran, everybody. Get up for Moran.
Since I was a kid, I loved magic. I was fascinated by that, and I was hoping to find real magic, and I kept asking my parents to buy me magic tricks every year for my birthday. So I would get little coins and cards, and I would play with that, and I would ask all my friends if they would let me be a magician in their birthdays. And either they would let me, or if they wouldn't and they brought a different magician, I would sit in the front row and I would tell all the tricks. I would say, oh, he has a rabbit in the hat and there's 2 coins there. And like, I would destroy. And I felt really proud of myself one time when one real magician kind of whispered in my ear while I was destroying his tricks, said, hey kids, everything you say is right, but don't tell the others. It's like a aggressively passive-aggressive shut up. And then I did not stop. And after he said, hey kid, leave the party right now. He kicked me out of the party, which was something that magicians can do, apparently. So I was fascinated by that. And throughout my life, I kept trying all kinds of things. Funny that you mentioned the kinetics, because as a 6th grader, I think, me and 2 of my friends, we had one girl in the class, Sharon, who had breasts and bra for the first time. And we were sitting in 3 corners of the class, focusing our energies, trying to make her shirt come up so we can actually see it for the first time. And it never happened, but I kind of... Probably that's when I lost the belief that there is really magic, and you really confront yourself in thinking that magic can do something for you when you face those moments. There's a miracles. So there's a lot of miracles in life, but the one miracle that all stories have, if they exist, is the miracle of bringing back someone who's dead to life. And I confronted that firsthand 12 years ago, when I was the person who died and came back to life. Now, here's how it goes. It was Monday morning. I was on my way to the bank to get money, because this was 2000 and this is how you did it at the time. And I'm going to the teller and I give her my ATM and I ask for money, and she becomes pale and she says, just a second, sir, I'm going to call the manager. And she goes to the manager, who comes to me and says, sir, there's a problem. We can't give you money because the system says you're dead. And this was troubling in many ways. Partially, you can imagine, I was there, so here is what happened. At the time, I was working as a hacker. I was part of a team, and we were breaking into banks and institutes, trying to steal money, and then go to the bank and say, here's how we stole your money, why don't you hire us and let us help you prevent other people from stealing your money. This was our job. And at the particular time, we were taking a job working for the Social Security Services. They have a database that has records of every person in the world, in the time in Israel, where it has basically your first name, your last name, date of birth, your gender, your occupation, and this is how they keep record of everyone in trust. And we were trying to break into the system, and we could do that. And then my colleagues, my team members, they went to the Social Security Services to explain to them how it can be done, and they tried to demonstrate how it's done. So they wanted to show them how they can access the records from outside and change them. And they chose a record of one person they knew, me, and they changed the record from alive to dead. Now, what happens, unbeknownst to everyone, is that these records cannot be changed back. So no one ever thought about aside of maybe Paul McCartney, Elvis, and maybe others, no one came back to life. So they didn't think that ever there's going to be a need to change the system back to alive from being dead. So once it was declared I'm dead, I was dead, and there was no way to turn it back. I started getting letters from insurance offering me money. My girlfriend at the time, I asked for widow benefits. And there were some good things about it. All my traffic tickets were canceled. I somehow got a higher score in SATs. There are a lot of good things that happened. But the one thing that troubled me was the look on people's face. So the knowledge of my death propagated really fast, and it took a while until I could reverse that. And I would go and see people, because there was no internet popular at the time. People didn't know that I'm actually alive. So I would go and see people, and they would have this frightened look when you see a zombie, when they see someone that you know is dead, and you actually learn right that he's alive. I remember that look, and I was kind of troubled by that for a while. It took 3 months until I got back to being alive, and even now there's some things that aren't perfectly clear. I actually have 2 records in the system. And I remember looking at this look and remembering that this look is something I don't want to wish on anyone. And this was the first step, this look, in making me realize that maybe it's going to be good to apply my knowledge to something outside of just breaking into computers and doing something good. And that's when I chose to leave this job that was fantastic and very paying and go into neurosurgery, which is what I did ever since, where we help people and, in a way, do real magic. Thank you.
Give it up for Moran. Now, last month, the dashing Moran came up here and he won this event last month. And I just realized he's my new wingman. Fuck that. Me and him can't lose. Oh my God. An old Fabio brain surgeon? That's better than like a white baby and a Bjorn. You can get so many chicks with this guy. Oh man, I'm looking for some magic in my love life too. Moran's finna save my life. It's gonna be like The Bachelor with a first black contestant and his wingman, Moran. One more time for Moran. If they made a movie about my life, it would star Moran. All right, let's get some scores from my buddy Moran, everybody. Let's start with Rabbit Out of the Hat with a 9.3. Very good. Dwarfs to Men, 9.4 for Moran. And Pen and Storyteller, 9.3 for Mr. Moran, everybody. All right, now this is weird. I'm gonna tell you the winner tonight. I don't know if this has ever happened. We got motherfucker going back-to-back months. Give it up for our back-to-back champion, Mr. Moran, everybody. Give it up for Moran, everybody. Get on for Moran, my new wingman. We're gonna go be at Jack Barleycorn, or wherever that place is. It's John Barleycorn? It's gross. Whatever Barleycorn it is, it's horrible. Guys, thank you so much for coming out. I'm Brian Babb on the horse. Give up for Alan. Give up for Tyler. All the storytellers. Buy some merch. Mwah! Thank you, Martyrs. Adios.